Well, 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 welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right, you've found the self-proclaimed original Twitch ttrpg stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, people. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait, there is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go!
Players, since long before your sun burned hot in space and before your race was born, I have awaited players.
Okay. Hello and welcome all you Architects of Fate to our first Star Trek of the new year. This is Bejor Rising, Bonds of Vengeance. And we're going to be making a Star Trek show for you. We're going to be continuing on with the struggle that the time just before DS9 became, a series. There was a lot leading up to that. The Cardassians still occupy Bejor. There's still a heavy boot upon the once proud and artistic people's throats. And now the Federation's kind of getting a little more involved, but can't really interfere because I guess treaties are reasons. So what I want to say is, hey, welcome. And with me tonight, we have our players. And, who hearted us?
Rufus.
Rufus. Hey, Rufus. How you doing, Rufus? Did you take a vacation there, buddy? Oh, is this the episode, The Colony of Nudist Narsicans? No, Nat, I'm sorry. That's going to be changed we're moving that to Cookie Trek After Dark. We have an After Dark channel. Yeah.
That'll be the one that monetizes for us.
Yeah, that'll be the one that goes. That's going to take off. So what I wanted to do though is introduce our players. I'm going to go through this on screen order, and I have to kind of look over here to. If I'm looking over here, I'm looking at my control panels, which means I have to really move where you guys are. But my first person up is Lieutenant Azara. It's Destiny, and.
My name's Destiny. I play Lieutenant Azara. I'm not actually camera shy. I'm a communication major. That would be bad. I will have wasted thousands of dollars on. Oh my god, that would suck. Anyways, Lieutenant Azara has never had chocolate before, and I'm hoping at some point she gets to try that.
Just write that down.
What? Yeah, please make notes because I'm not. What?
Had chocolates. Are you like a dog? Will you get sick? If you don't know, you have no idea. Hi, everybody. My name is Jim, and I play the engineer, Lieutenant Lemuel Higby, who has had lots of chocolate in his time.
I can't be heard in my close-ups. And that's fine. I can be heard in the far shot. So my whole intro gone. All right. Anyway,
That was the best one yet.
it was the smoothest we ever had.
Gosh, it was shocking.
It's the one you never heard. It's like it's like the City on the Edge of Forever script that we never got to see produced. Speaking on a creature, a person on the edge of forever, Darth Sarcastic. I tried to do a smooth transition there.
That's okay. Steve here, Darth Sarcastic. If I can ever speak properly again. Lieutenant Nels Tallis, the Bejoran security guy. And I have a semi-chip on my shoulder about the Cardassians, but I'm not that much of a fan of the Prophets either. And since I'm not 100% familiar with chocolate, I would ask, is it possible to make it an explosive?
That'd be a yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
I mean, it would be a bowl cracker, I think was the phrase I would hear. I'll stop that now. Hey, Cameron, how about you either talk about chocolate or something?
Okay, I think I'm over my fear of being on camera now. Yeah. Hey everybody, I'm Cam, and I'm playing a character completely out of my wheelhouse because he's a ship science officer, and a secret that I haven't revealed on the show yet is that I have a master's in geosciences. So, I totally out of character with this guy. He's an Afrosian. He knows a lot about soils and sediments for some reason. It's kind of odd, right? And he's an interesting duck because his grandfather was once president of the Federation. And so he's been very much overprotected by his family. So he tries to do things that many would say put the ship at risk, but he's just trying to have some action.
I like that. Actually, you haven't pulled that out. You always say it in the intro, but your background you never bring it up.
Right.
As far as I know, nobody in the crew knows it.
To disavow, he doesn't, because if people know, then they're gonna step in front of a disruptor for him. And he's like, no, they did this all while I was a kid. Just let me explore space with my own risks.
Hey, Nellis. Would you step in front of a disruptor for him if you knew he was Federation president, Dad?
I wouldn't give two shits who his father, grandfather is.
Okay, I just wanted to check. I want to do some testing.
There you
go. Okay. So last time we had a couple of things that allegedly I was supposed to be possibly incorporating or avoiding. There was goo and gain. I have no idea what we were doing. I think you were investigating goo in a cave, and that was a thing. We wanted to do Starfleet shit, and Jim, as far as I could tell, Starfleet shit meant making greenhouses.
Yeah.
Because no one's ever lost their hand making a greenhouse. Twice. Yeah.
Depends on where they get the green from.
Oh yeah, gangrene, or do they use Orion hands?
There you go.
Oh God. Oh man, I'm a bad person. Okay. I'm going to hell in several religions. Okay, and then Steve, you had cultist and Palwraith connections, if I recall correctly.
Right.
And Cameron, you were looking at the possibility that the goo, you found it fascinating and you are putting in a hypothesis that it was linked to Kanar some way. So
Some way. Oh.
sure, we're taking that all on, because otherwise it has to be an Armus or a fire demon or something. Or it could be it could be Audra. I should have you guys meet Audra before that happens. Oh, if you need a deep cut, if you need a deep, pointless cut of Star Trek, that is the deepest and most pointless. Let me see. All right. So what I'd like to do is go back into the dreaming. This is gonna be a mess. And as with these things, we're gonna probably bring the other players in. Right now it's Nellis and Lieutenant Azara. If I remember right, Gaffer Olam was an elder. He was on a smooth rock. He was meditating. You were approaching him respectfully, and then suddenly he just reached up and whammied you with he put the paw hold on you, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He's feeling us up by the ear.
Yes. He has some ear, and it's not quite an earworm. That's Khan's thing.
Ear fondling.
Yeah. And it could be a thing, could be not. So what I wanted to do was, you are in a white void. You're doing the standard standing around thing. And we can do Gaffer Olam. What I'm going to also do is I'll bring in Cam and Jim to stumble their way through some badly thought out plot points I had. Now, where would you guys like me to put those plot points? They won't be secret to anybody. I can just put them in the Skype chat if we can all see that.
That's probably the easiest.
Okay, because that's the easiest for me. Yeah, because I think you guys do that. That's also where we put redeems and things. You folks can do redeems. Okay, yeah. So Nellis, you're walking around. And also this is the part where you can start throwing backstory in for both of you, because the whole nonlinear time thing. So if you wanted to do exposition or revelation, let's go ahead. Anyway, Gaffer's out there. He's just like, welcome. How you doing? Because they're all Jewish. What?
Can I, how do I sense his intentions?
Actually, you don't.
Lovely.
You got no ASP in this room.
So at this point, I'm going to be both surprised and annoyed, because this is like the second time in I don't even know how many days, maybe even hours, I've been in a void like this.
Oh yeah, you're getting your void merit badge.
Yes.
You get a special commendation. Voids. You actually
get one.
Can you put that down as a not necessarily a focus, but as a yeah, put that down as a focus.
Okay, void merit badge.
Voids. Yeah, just voids.
Voids.
It's one of the new things your character understands.
Noted.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm gonna look at Nellis and just be like, I'll follow your lead.
Oh, good. That's the blind leading the blind. I
feel like it's Bajoran to Bajoran. I feel like I'm not as qualified to.
Whose dog is sad?
Sorry, that would be mine. I don't know why I have no idea what they're freaking out about right now.
You're not with them. That's usually the cause. Yeah. So you're gonna follow the lead, right?
Sure. Yeah. Bejor mysticism. I think that's listed on my pet peeves. But if we're in the matrix construct, whatever that he's put together, then he's already aware that I'm really highly uncomfortable with this
Yeah.
nonsense.
So he's going to do a thing where it's like
Oh no, we're changing the setting.
yeah, we had to
again.
change the room now. He's gonna give me a minute for a certain generative API that we should not be using ever because of moral reasons. I've just decided the world can burn at this point.
It's just so convenient.
It is incredibly convenient. It's like my gas card. I know it's bad. I know it's a bad thing, but I'm still using the customer loyalty card. Child labor be damned. Okay, so he basically does one of these things, right? Pretend it's a Bejor one because apparently typing that in gets you all kinds of whack ass results in the system. Yeah, so
Oh,
he's
nice. I get the fancy chair.
huh?
I get the fancy chair. Yay.
You get the fancy chair. Yeah, there's Bejor cookies, there's all kinds of things. And of course there's only one thing, it's Haspera and I think Jom sticks are the only two foods that exist on Bejor as far as I can understand. But yeah, you basically, I mean, it's a vague but familiar setting, and you both, it has a wave of feeling comfortable and at home. There are drinks in front of you. They will, of course, be your favorite drink, whatever that is. And he just says you should be comfortable because there's so many, you have so many questions. You should be comfortable when you're asking them.
Do I have access to my pad somehow? My Starfleet, where I took the pictures of the thing, or do I just have to flat out ask and draw them again?
Well, you can. Well, you don't have your pad with you, but you can think about it, and maybe it'll show up.
So I'm gonna see Nellis is uncomfortable and try to.
Oh no, yeah, because this is Bejor mysticism shit. Yeah.
So, I guess I'll start. Hi, my name is Zara.
Okay.
Thank you for inviting us wherever this is. I was wondering if you knew anything about these symbols. Do you have a pen and paper in this wherever we are?
Oh, yes. There's some right in front of you. It's next to the tea and biscuits.
Excellent, thank you. And I'm just gonna start drawing these wonderful symbols with my wonderful art skills, and
Okay.
think Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those art skills.
I hate to say it. I'm too old to watch that stuff.
It's bad.
It's bad. Okay. So I get the idea of
bad.
the Lascaux paintings. I would talk about, well, how is this in Alaska? Yeah, so I get that you're just making crude things, and you're making the symbols from what, the writing, the symbols that were, because I thought there were just words, weren't there, or were there symbols?
There were symbols.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you said
Yeah,
symbols.
because we thought it was some kind of potentially ancient language.
Yeah, like ancient things or something.
Yeah, so he's gonna look at those. And is he's like, yeah, those are unusual, all right. But I think that because there were 3 symbols or not.
I don't think we ever put a number to them, did we?
I'm gonna.
I don't think so.
They're
I'm
your
gonna go
symbols.
They're my symbols. You guys can decide how. Actually, if you want to play Stump the Chump and do that, we can have there be 3 symbols, and or we could be debating about whether there's 5 or 4 symbols. To be honest, if we really wanted to be that dumb.
There were 21.
There are 21 symbols. Yeah, I ain't fixing them. Those are going to be like, oh, the future. It is always weird. But yeah, he's gonna point to the first three of whatever the hell, however many you decide there are. I'm just gonna try and get us a gradient here. There we go. It's gonna be bright piss yellow like all of them. Yeah, but the first symbol, he suggests, he says, well, it's like going places, and he can't find the right word, so he's gonna kind of tease words out of you guys. It's like, I'm getting a T. I'm getting something with a T in it.
Traveling?
Oh yes, traveling. That's good. I think that you're basically Nels is losing his mind at this point at how stupid this is.
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Yeah, so he points to the first symbol, and it's traveling. The second symbol does, has it has kind of a wet sound, kind of goo, something like that. Something
Moist.
liquidy, something viscous. Something. All I can see is wet change.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
And then
I should say, I don't like the sound of that.
Wet change, traveling. And then there's something about, oh no, and he looks at this symbol is a symbol of power. We're just going to pretend we're going to all call it symbol 3 as a group. We're just going to do that.
Okay.
And the third symbol is the prophet, which you should have your is that making the cat go away?
The prophet. Traveling wet change prophet.
Oh yeah. That is the and he said that's what the symbols, say. Did you have any providence about these? Because you don't have the pad, that's the problem. So you can't see where they were on the wall, which is even funnier. So you broke the first rule of archaeology.
The prophet, I always thought there was more than one. But then again, my track of the religious studies.
Oh yeah, hold on. The prophets. Oh wait, and he can you are you sure that's the symbol that you can you reproduce? Could you try that again? Because I don't think that you sketched it right. Just going to ask you to are you sure about it? Okay. Oh, okay. Wait. There.
Prophet's emissary.
That's supposed to be a dash type thing on top of the.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I see. I thought that was a smudge. Okay. Yes.
I thought that was your thumb.
Yeah, it was your thumb. Yeah, that was exactly. So yeah, and there's the prophet's emissary. So there's your components. And he said, there's change coming.
Emissary.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, I'm drawing a blank.
It was written by Ororite, or near the Ororite in the caves.
I don't know what that would be. Are you talking about the webs, the veins?
Yes.
Those are some really odd things that I think they hold a clue to our own future, but maybe they also hold a clue to our own past. What did you learn of them? Because they seem to be strong with. I've sensed darkness in many of these of the people here. Many of my people have started falling into the darkness,
Yeah, well, I think if I recall correctly, we ran into a couple of folks who may have been possessed by paw wraiths, but then again, it was fireside chats with Grandma, so who knows what she was drinking at the time.
Oh, what?
I-
You were you? Oh, do you? All right, yeah. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just nudging Nellis for being Nellis.
What?
He's a religious leader. Show some respect.
Are you Bejor
Trust
explaining
me.
to him?
Trust me, I know he's a religious leader. Okay, this is as much respect as he gets out of me.
Hmm.
I'm going to blush a lot. I am blushing.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick thing where you mentioned a fireside chat.
Mm-hmm.
So give me a second while I try and shuffle you around again.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, this is happening. What? Somehow telling things more alien, because when you give it something but don't give it any other directives, it's kind of sad. Come on,
This is true.
come on, you can do it. But yeah, you got traveling wet change, the prophet's emissary. Oh, that is worse. All right, just gonna do that. Infinitely worse. Because apparently overstuffed chairs are the oeuvre around this parts. Send it back. Yeah, send it back. Cameron or Jim. That shows up.
Oh dear.
Nellis, when did you leave your colony?
Trying to remember the exact year, but I would have been joining the academy. So
Like 17 or something? What? 17 or something?
yeah, 17, 18, something like that.
You're
yeah.
very precocious. You learned physics and all that stuff.
Sure.
Let me see if I can get to my chat window here. Okay, Kim, did you want to do did you or Jim want to take on the role of grandma?
I'll do Grandma.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, Talus. Talus, you're leaving for the academy? I just don't understand. Tell me why you would leave Bejor for the Federation.
Oh, well, they're not on Bejor. 'Cause
Right.
I remember they were still
What's
under
the-
occupation. He was like, yeah, he's in a colony.
Leave the colony. What's the name of the colony?
Well, you should know. You're his grandma.
How could you leave Tormento 3?
With a name like that, huh? Head straight for the door.
Well, that wasn't its original name, but Cardassians rename things when they come.
Oh, yeah, that explains the crappy name in this place. Anyway. No. Anyways. Well, I mean, I guess we're gonna have to play out this play. As you may or may not recall, I left because I was interested in other cultures, looking for allies. I figured if I joined Starfleet, that everybody went away.
Oh,
Was it something I said?
Yeah, it is.
everybody's a Skype window.
Yeah, well,
Whoa.
that's because
There we are.
when I
And
try
we're
and
back.
apparently when I try and talk to someone directly in chat,
kills it.
shit happens
Yep, there you go.
There
like
we
that.
go.
Okay.
And now we know.
And knowing is a third of the battle.
None of the battle.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Tell us, your allies are around you. The prophets are your allies. You can call on them.
yeah, I might have believed that while you were still alive, but I kind of looked the other way when they didn't do anything to help you guys out.
The prophets help those who help themselves. You should know this.
You know, but would have been nice if they helped all you folks before you left Bejor, before the Cardassians ultimately wiped you out while you were here. Well,
Oh, but you still don't understand. We're always here. There's time is a construct. If only the emissary were here to speak to you and show you. I am still with you. The prophets are still with you. Even Bejor Prime is still with us. But you have so many hard choices.
If you tell me to go to the Dagobah system, I'm out.
Oh man.
Or maybe I'll stay in. Wait a minute. Hang on.
There's certainly
so
more.
many hard
There's
choices
a
ahead.
lot more money if you go to the Dagobah system. That franchise is much better funded.
But the scripts have something to be desired.
I give you Picard.
I'll say it leaves something to be desired.
Yeah.
Hey-o.
Oh, yeah. So you've got time is a construct. It's really
I'm a security officer, not a scientist. I shoot things. That's a little bit above my haircut.
But you need to show mercy too. You can't always shoot things. You just have to try and understand what the prophets are telling you.
Well, I'll give it some
I
consideration.
know we've covered these grounds before, and I know you will go to Starfleet, and you probably have. Again, time is a construct. For me, nothing has changed, but everything has changed.
Well, so then maybe it's time for me to change as well. Who knows?
The first step in the beginning of understanding.
Admit you got a problem. Got it.
oh,
No,
God.
wait, that's AA, isn't it? Never mind.
Same thing.
I need some
Andorians Anonymous?
quotes.
Never mind.
I need some quotes from the Sphinx in Mystery Men, the movie,
Oh, yeah,
so I can say all those profound nothings that he said.
yeah.
I keep forgetting to put meta on my head. Sorry.
So,
That's part of my camera shyness. I
You forget.
that
You
I'm
forget that you
supposed
can do that. Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
okay.
It's a good superpower.
Yes. Let me see. All right. So you've given all but one of the messages the actual message I needed you to give, but other than that, you'll be fine.
Is it the first
It'd
message?
be the middleest one.
Like, which one?
The middleest one.
Middleist. I did mention hard choice. He's facing hard.
Yeah,
choices.
there's the middleist
He
one.
needs to- There's the mercy.
Yeah, that one didn't get mentioned at all.
Oh, I kind
Well,
of threw that out there.
well, he did say, "Don't shoot everybody in the
Yeah,
face."
yeah,
kind of
I
thing.
didn't- I
I'll
didn't
take that
wanna
as a
just-
mercy.
Yeah, I didn't
Okay.
want to quote it directly. I didn't want to.
That's going to be.
Folks, I did
That's
not mean
called.
to make the
It's
GM
called
bang his head
ad-libbing. It's
against the
called
frickin' tape.
ad-libbing.
All
I
right,
got
quick.
the script
Everybody
and I
needs to
ad-libbed.
put their hand on their head and start an argument right now. But, Yeah. So yeah,
Show
there's
mercy,
a thing
don't
in
shoot
Star there's a thing in Star Trek called like as written. That seemed to show up a lot apparently in stories. I am literally trying to figure out how to get a freaking color, and this is just killing me. Like this should work. It should be fine. It should be straightforward, and it's not. There. Yeah, you should be light. All right. Well, I'm just going to group. Huh?
You're the first of my grandchildren to question the prophets so completely.
Well, I think you should question everything a little bit. See what answers shake out. Doesn't matter if I like the answers or not.
Well, again, I reiterate to you, show mercy. Don't always shoot first.
You know, the instructors at the academy kept saying that.
What'd you do? I shot him. Somebody's toenails need clipping, and they're not mine. For a change.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so you've got that. Azara, did you have any psychoanalysts? Did you want to act as any kind of questioner of him, or are you just going to let this family drama just go?
I'm kind of watching the family drama as I can't, like, I'm still weirded out by the void.
Okay.
I can't read.
How could you be weirded out by the void? It's the third one you've been in
You've got
today.
more void experience than the rest of us put together.
I can't read people. I like reading people. It's kind of my Betazoid thing.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you are. Now you're just thinking of chocolate.
Yes.
How you never had it.
Yeah. I'm so sad.
But yeah, so that's, I think, so how did you wind up leaving things with Grandma? You never saw her again after this, correct?
It was I'll say it was kind of the way I guess Spock and Sarek left it at the end of Star Trek 4, well, I don't necessarily agree with your choice, but I can see your point kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that was,
okay.
left pleasant enough.
Yeah. So it wasn't there was not a break, right? Sorry.
And that before I left, I still had some belief in the prophets and all that. It was after my colony got
okay.
that I was like, screw those guys.
Okay. And
Can I change my answer?
huh?
Hmm?
Can I change my answer?
Sure. To what? What answer? You can change your behavior. Is that what you're asking?
Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's giving you an in now. I mean, he's giving you something to work with. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I never knew. We met in the academy. I never knew. I'm so sorry.
Wait, which classes did we take together? I think we have more important things to discuss than our shared history.
Weren't we in like intro to astrophysics together?
Probably. I think everybody is in that class together at one point.
Exactly. But no, I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that you had to relive that.
Well, again, sometimes you gotta ask, you gotta question your own stuff too. It's not just questioning, your parents, grandparents, your gods,
Yeah.
So watch out for questioning Klingons on their own ships. That's a backhand to the mush.
Now I want to change the second scene.
Uh-oh.
Jim's spoiling for either one. He's been DMing me, oh, please let me do it. Please let me use the pimp hand. Please let me use the pimp hand.
Let me.
It's the pimp hand. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about, like, you know, you've lost your faith, and yeah, and you know, the thing's going to recede, coming back. You're back into the void, but not this time. Ulfar's not there.
Uh-oh.
This guy shows up, who you do not recognize at all. Do you understand? Nobody recognizes him.
I'm not seeing our usual.
We don't see the screen right now.
Our usual screen.
Huh? I thought he shared it.
Still, it's up on Twitch, but it's not on Skype.
Yeah. So.
Oh, did Skype?
I got no idea what you're talking about.
Oh,
Mike.
well, that explains a lot. Now I'm an extra bad GM now. How about if I reshare the screen? That'll help.
There you go.
That guy.
Who the hell are you people? Okay, wait a minute. Hang on.
Yeah, and that's why I said, Jim, you up for the pimp hand.
Do that. Oh, now I can see everything.
Mhm.
Okay, so that dude appears.
Yep.
Is it just a floating head, or are we seeing a?
Well,
Anything else?
as much as you're all floating heads, we're going to imply a body, but yeah, he is ringed in a halo of white light. You know, if you want to say Jesus Christ out loud, you know, he just no.
Does he
The other
look
one.
familiar on any level?
Jim, you get to decide how the emissary appears.
Oh, I think just like how he looks. Just like that picture. Just a floating head.
We are Starfleet. Who are you?
You are in the right place.
That's what the last void said, and I was very much in the wrong place.
It's up to you if this is the right time.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Now, unless I'm with you, I'm done with this bullshit.
I was done with this bullshit before you, but we should be nice.
How you want to be nice?
Hey, who was it who said be respectful? Or does that only count to religious priesty guys?
The second part.
Ay, gewalt me sugar.
Didn't know you spoke Bejor.
Not sure if that's Yiddish or Bejorn anymore.
Yes, the answer is yes.
There you go.
How do we get out of the right place and into the normal world?
What's normal about the world?
Are you with the rest of the prophets?
Sometimes, you would say.
That explains all of this.
All you have to do is wake up.
Yeah. Oh, I like that one too. And you find yourself back in the field with Hooter Olam or whatever his name is grabbing your ears.
Thank Christ he didn't ask me to click my ruby red heels together and say there's no place like a.
We don't have enough money for
It's
those.
like Deep Space Nine.
We don't have enough money for that, right? So let's not go nuts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I don't want to get you guys in trouble.
Well, they're technically silver slippers in the book because it was meant to be the silver standard. Anyway, That's for the kids. This is how we get our educational and entertainment badge for broadcast. But you are standing next to Gaffer. He's still holding your ears, and he's now going to let him go. Yeah, he did give them all a pretty good massage.
A contact high, apparently.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying he has a bunch of herbs in a pouch next to him, but he spits out. What are the packets again? The chaw packets. The packets of tobacco now.
Okay.
Snooze? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, something like that. Anyone in the chat remember what those are? But yeah, he just says, "You've had a vision, and tell me what has happened to my people. What is, they've been possessed by paw wraiths, and he turns to Talas, but you are a more tragic figure. You are the bigger problem."
It's like I haven't heard that one before.
No, I was not your academy, the instructor at the academy.
Yeah. No.
But were you guys going to actually come to ask him about anything, or because he's like, you're going to have to reflect on these visions.
I'm sure you saw what we saw, correct?
I saw what I saw.
And what did you see?
I saw what I saw. That isn't that clear enough? I definitely now see why Talos has given up on Bajoran philosophy. Oh, you can also, by the way, you can your full ability, your full senses are back.
Oh, yay! I'm trying not to show.
Yes.
So sick of voice. So sick of voice. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. What did you see, though? We need to know.
Well, I saw you and we talked, but then you went to another place. You went to your place.
Okay.
But I also see things that are, yeah. Well, you can't redeem your own damn song, Cam.
I did.
Oh, wait, who? Oh, Finn did. Okay.
He saw it in the feed.
Oh, okay. So he saw it in the feed. Okay, got it. Whoever wants to do that, it's totally up to whoever really feels bad about that. But I know that this is not where we should be, but it is where we need to be. That there's something here for us. That the prophets have brought us to this place. And it has cost us dearly, but we should have faith in them, what will come next. And the prophets have brought you, and he gives Nellis another cryptic ass look that pisses him off. Sorry, go ahead, Destiny. Yep.
Why do you have faith in them? Why should any of us?
You know what I'm going to do, so it doesn't matter. Because it's been a long road.
Let me guess. Getting from here to there.
Yeah. Very good, Captain Kirk. Very good. And it has been a long time. But our time is actually finally here. And I think you can see this dream come alive at last. But don't touch the sky, because that's Yanada. We're just not doing that. Sorry, that was the deep, stupid cut. But yeah, he actually does the.
Toss cut.
It's a toss cut. But yeah, that is really, believe it or not, that song actually played it out for what he needed to tell you. Was like, no, they brought us here, and we have paid dearly for it. We have lost people. We have lost people's spirits. We have lost their souls. You have lost your faith in this, and I know that the prophets don't always do the things they want. I know they're mysterious, but I do have faith that we have been brought to some place, but first I have to get that. Sorry. Wait, he holds up a finger and he checks with his agent. But they brought us here. There must be something here. And sometimes the prophets bring us to places through hardship. Sometimes they draw us in. Sometimes they drive us to this. But they are always guiding us.
What makes their guidance worthy of being followed?
Well, they're the prophets. Hey, aren't you supposed to be all down for respecting cultures? He's almost about to bust that one out. I got a belief system here.
She's officially so annoyed with Void, she's questioning her religion.
I don't know if you guys have that.
Thetazoids have a religion. It's more of a spirituality, though.
It's about whale bones walking down the boulevard is what it is. Hold on just a second. I want to do something. Okay, I've lined something up. Oh, hold on just a second, please.
So what is chocolate?
First, you get a cow.
It's where the cocoa beans come from. That's the bigger challenge. Don't explain that. That might put somebody off chocolate. Or is that coffee beans? I don't remember
It's
which.
probably both.
I think we're best off consulting the computer about that, because what I've heard is probably very wrong. It said something about a cow, and I think you get cow beans out of them. And I really don't want to start thinking about that.
Yep.
Although, if it is fertilizer, it's an explosive. And I got to find out about that. I just do.
Yep. So I'm going to put in the duet that we've got coming up for you guys. Because remember, we don't fight at funerals or weddings. So if you guys don't know that, you can look it up by the next episode when you're ready to sing it. It's not an immediate resume, but no, but yes, you've lost your way, and the prophets look out for us. And when it's time to join them, we will join them, and then we will also help guide future generations of Bejorans, just like past generations have guided us. We walk with them. And that's enough. Just to be one with the prophets is enough. So that's the answer he gives you back of why did they deserve it. And it's like, well, they just do. I mean, it's not a logical argument, because it isn't. It's a faith thing. You will feel it in your heart when you have that faith. But but who are the children that you found that had the darkness with them? Are they better? Are they good now? What was?
We'll probably check on them a little later. I think they're unconscious at last check.
That's good. Maybe they need to sleep because they've been troubled for the last several months. But yeah, I think he may or may not be out of his conversational tree at this point. But it is good that you're here, and you're here now. The prophets must have sent you to us for a reason. And it's not just to do what you would call Starfleet shit.
Thank you.
Yep. And it's like, he says, go, dark-eyed one. I'm not going to hold that weird eyeball thing against you. And I think we can send you guys back and then flip over to the away team that has mounting HR issues. Let me see. I need to grab you guys up because as far as I know, everybody was leaving the caves.
Yep, we were leaving the caves.
Did you want, was there other...
I took a sample of the goo.
You have a sample of the goo.
Yeah.
Silas, the ensign, is one boot and is losing his shit.
Yeah.
I feel really bad.
I think Brad lost his shit.
And Vartan, I think, is more than done with the insults. There was an orgy that you weren't invited to, if I recall correctly, and everyone smelled Kanar because there was rotten Kanar, and you put that in your report that you weren't being invited to things. But I think Lemuel and Ra, you were leaving, correct? You were just heading back to
Yeah, we figured this cave had played out.
Okay. Yeah, so like so many of the scenes I've set up now, they're just played out. So you guys have are you guys gathering it's a dumb question. Are you gathering, you're just gonna go straight back? Are you bringing anybody with you or just taking the whole team back? I mean, they've got all their readings, I think, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, and since there was that cave in, Ragorthar is going to say, I think we should all leave. This may be getting unstable. There's been a lot of activity in here. And looking at the dust, there hasn't been. So maybe we're disturbing some of the microfractures in the rocks.
Is everyone going to go along with microfractures in the rocks? Cells, I think you're just outside breathing into a paper bag, right?
The smell didn't bother Ragorthar, if I remember. Zara was pretty grossed out by it, wasn't she, when she first got a whiff of it? Or somebody
Kim
vomited.
Oh, that was Silas.
Yeah, that's right.
It was the ensign. The ensign has not had a good time of it.
And he doesn't know why that they're still in Starfleet, but they only have like 2 more tracks to go. It's not security. It's not science.
Time for con.
Time for medicine.
Time for con.
Little navigational stuff.
Okay. And then are you guys going to leave Vartan and Xander just back in the mysterious cave, or?
No, everybody came with us.
No, let's
clear
out. Let's clear out.
Okay. Did you want me to roll for wandering monsters and encounters on the way back, or do you just want to go back to the landing pad?
Let's go back. I got my long pole.
We'll go back. Yeah. I think that Lemuel and I were discussing in between scenes when a commercial was on that we wanted to do Starfleet stuff.
Okay. What I'm going to do is... God, I gotta find that. You've not been in the Starfleet stuff, Pop, for a long time. Oh God, that ain't been Starfleet stuff. I believe the phrase is Starfleet shit.
I just want to beam up and beam down. We haven't used transporters in God knows how long, Lemuel.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, I came here to see some non-sector 001 excitement. I'm just walking around caves. I could have done that in my geology classes.
Okay. I'm going to take this as a way to just this is going to just count as traveling. Yeah, so you guys do
Yeah.
see the ley lines are now burned into the soil that you saw, so that whatever it was disrupted these things out, and now they're actually quite visible. Like somebody just set off a match or a powder trail. So
Did it
there's
alter the chemical composition? I'm going to use my tricorder and see if it altered the chemical composition of the soil to, see if the arite is gone now from the soil where the ley lines were.
Oh, that's a
if
good
it
point.
even was there.
Yeah, go ahead and roll. We're rolling dice for the first time
Rolling
in
dice.
hour and 45 minutes. God damn it.
Happen. I
Okay.
knew I could make it happen.
We need some dice. Yeah, you need to give me some dice. Let me see. Where is my? Yeah, make sure people can hear them because they've accused us of not rolling dice.
Mike,
Yeah,
picking those up.
let's look at control and science.
All right. So
You got to
14
kind of
left.
get your probe in there.
Yeah, and I'm going to apply my focus of sedimentology and soils.
I love that I made an entire adventure just for that.
I know. It's like you read my character sheet. And even with that, I only get one success.
Okay, well
But I didn't ask for the difficulty levels.
It's okay. It's a 1. I don't even remember. You had 3 and 0. Okay, yep. I just didn't know where our set points were.
I didn't want to spend momentum. I was just, cursory tricorder scan to see if the ley line, if it burned out of the soil. So
Yeah, it is definitely burned out of the soil. The soil wasn't necessarily heavily contaminated in the first place, but
Right.
it did. You now have that the breakdown product of the ley lines,
Right.
which is the crystal structures that I forget the name of. So that's back. Lemuel, all you're looking around and surveying is, this thing underwent a bomb, a fire, and a windstorm, correct? Were those the 3 things that Starfleet that started wrecking the greenhouse?
Yeah.
Do you remember how far we got?
I remember the fires because we were trying to set up some sort of a force field to deflect them or something.
Was that thing
Yeah, the thing that melted your hands.
that melted my hands off? And
Okay.
then
Yep. So you are surveying like what's not quite done yet. And I'm gonna see if I can bring my engineers back. They're still back at the camp though, because it's only been a little while. I'm gonna see if I can find them. Give me just a second. There they are. Okay, copy, paste. There. And working among the debris and the bits and pieces are Pell and Varsa, and they're starting back to work. Varsa still has some significant scuffing since she was seriously injured, but they're starting to try and put the transparent aluminum back up and we'll resume some work on the structures. So I don't know if we want to do anything.
Oh yeah, Higby's gonna go right over to her, and he is going to, whatever she's doing, he's gonna just step right in and help her lift up, whatever she's picking up or whatever.
Okay.
She's lifting, one of the frames up, and he takes the other side and helps her get it up straight.
Okay, good. Yep. What I need is a fitness and engineering check.
Oh boy.
You skip arm day. You skip shoulder day.
Big dice.
Big black ones.
Black and white.
Well, high contrast. Yeah. Oh, I like the bass note.
Yeah, they sound really good.
They hit the table with a delightful thump.
So that is 1 success.
Okay. That's enough actually, Cameron, could you throw for, or not Cameron, Steve, could you throw for Varsa and she has about a 12.
One success.
Okay, between the two of you, it is not an easy task. I don't think I recommend you continuing to work on this by yourselves. But it does go up, and it is wobbly. And let me see. Destiny, why don't we see if you can roll dice for this? You're going to be pulling Jordan's thing. Jordan's got about a 13 in putting the bolt in before it tips the fuck over.
One success.
Good God. All right. Looks like she used to roll like the gods here. I don't know if the rest of the Starfleet team is giving two shits or if you're just all trudging back and saying, well, see you, Higby.
I'll help if it looks like they're struggling. I mean, Gorthar isn't just gonna stand.
It ain't great.
Okay.
I don't know if Silas wants to do anything or Blurg wants to do anything because right now, you didn't change to engineering yet. Silas didn't change to engineering yet. You discovered how science feels.
That's true. He still has his gold shirt.
Yeah, you still have a gold shirt.
He can still put the ops uniform back on. And then he discovers inside the folded ops uniform there's a spare boot.
Why are you taking all my good shit? Because this is exactly what I was going to do. There was going to be a wrench and a boot, and that was going to be it when you turned it inside out.
Never let a GM be a PC, right?
Never. Yeah, I got a whole I'm cursed with a table full of creative people.
You'll have to have a 7-second delay, and then you can like shut me up and then change my answer in text in the chat window. Don't say that.
No, I can barely make this thing work as broadcast. I'm not trying that. Yeah, I didn't know if Vorchan or anybody, Ragathor, you've got samples and things though. You've got this what I perceive to be a curiosity.
I could be an expletive and walk over there and just kind of quote unquote supervise and tell them what they're doing wrong, couldn't I?
You technically are...
I think you have to put this bolt in that hole and tighten the nut over there.
There might actually be that. That's called command. You can actually, there is a supervise option in this if you're the commanding officer.
Well, I'm
where
not
you can
in command, but
yeah, you are.
I mean, I'm
the
just
CO.
trying to help them.
Well, no, what I mean is actually you're the ranking officer on the scene, if I remember right. But it was between you and Lemuel.
Yeah, Lemuel's and he's an engineer doing an engineering thing, so I think I would defer to him as the rules.
The rules don't say you have to be an expert in the field you're supervising. They just have to be. You just have to have rank.
All right.
If life has taught me anything, you don't.
Yes.
All right.
The world.
There are plenty of bosses in the real world who have no idea what they're doing, but they supervise.
Yep. I think that's the most beautiful thing about Star Trek is it actually works.
Yeah.
I will go supervise. And I'll say, by Aphrolis, defeater of the gods. It's clear that nut belongs over there.
Okay. What you do is you roll against your command skill and persuasion. Well, I want to double check and see what it is. So that's a big door.
And perhaps if you have the focus of understands IKEA instructions.
Sadly, I don't, but I have the talent walking encyclopedia. So I wonder if that would help.
Did you look up Walk Encyclopedia? It is hilarious.
I remember reading it, and it's been so long since I filled out the character sheet. I would have to reread what some of my talents actually do.
Yeah, Walking Encyclopedia lets you once per scene pick a totally weird ass focus or talent that makes sense. So you could just randomly know
I'm
shit.
just going to randomly follow IKEA instructions for these greenhouses.
yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Okay, there we go.
Let me see. Coral book. Yes. Oh, right. You need to ask me for it.
I need to know what the thing is with command that I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Because you said persuasion, but there isn't a persuasion attribute.
Oh, yeah. No, it's your presence.
Is it presence? Presence and command? Oh shit.
Well, it's actually presence and the discipline you want to use.
Okay,
you
I
want to
want
assist
to
with,
use
which is engineering.
science because I'm gonna science the hell out of these IKEA instructions that I'm
Okay.
remembering in my head.
Okay.
And the specific science is physics, and I'm going to say, according to the gravity field that I measured with my tricorder, I think you need to tighten it up over there.
Okay.
All right.
Statics and dynamics
Sound
would also
effect
be
of the dice.
yeah.
All right, 2 successes and 1 was a 1, so a critical. So
That's
I guess
3
that
successes.
means it's 3 successes.
Yep. Basically they get to use the moment. You basically generated a bonus momentum for them to immediately use
Sweet.
in this. So I don't know. Now they've already done a task. So, and between the 3 of them, they did succeed in putting up 1 wall. So what you could do is you succeeded. You guys could create an advantage or create a condition that would make sense to make the whole task easier. Like your insight could create a condition, like, oh, I found the instructions or something like that. So you could do something that would essentially give them an easier time at every task associated with the greenhouse. Which you have to come up with, in case I wasn't clear. Is Cameron, are you just out of it?
No, so it's me that has to spend it because you said they
well, you generated. I mean, you generated the momentum.
Okay.
But
so
yeah, you can also
what
create
I'm
a
gonna
condition.
do is I'm going to say here I'm transferring the instruction sheets to both of your tricorders, your engineering tricorders.
Okay.
That should help. And then I'll go, sorry, I didn't mean to be that guy, but I was just like watching you put it up and it just seemed like a struggle. So I tried to remember if I saw the schematics for this thing.
Okay. So you remember finding schematics that were not the standard Starfleet greenhouse, but a different variant greenhouse that would come in handier in this terrain.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like try and smooth that out in my brain. Yeah. So Lemuel, you just now got a whole new set of instructions.
I like them better.
You're gonna have to find out.
Work?
You're gonna have to find out where those pegs are, and this extended task now has the resistance on the extended task. It's armor. Cameron knocked down the armor class of the task, if that makes sense.
All right.
In this game, there's an extended task where you have to make a series of rolls, and it automatically soaks so many successes as part of its armor. So basically, it soaks up your successes, kind of like life. It is a metaphor for a life task where something just drains the effort into a pit that you never see again. But yeah, so
I wonder what
it's
that feels
great.
like.
It's everything in. Yeah. So if you guys want to, you can do this. Silas, did you want to lend a hand in engineering and we just put Silas like off here with Lemuel? Or did you want to just go back to back to the landing pod with Ragathor?
For Silas,
Silas, we're worried about this NPC.
yeah, he's gonna go back and say, "Hey, I need to go put in a request to change careers. I think I'm gonna go to medical."
Okay, well that's cool because you already have the tealy blue uniform on. So
Oh, she's gonna go full green.
we're doing the shade gradients that don't
Yeah, we're doing
always
the
show
grades.
up.
Yeah. Okay, so that'll be good that you'll be two characters in the same scene. This will be a good thing. It'll be fine. Vorten, Steve, do you have any feelings about what Vorten or Xander want to do? Because I forget who insulted you. I think it was Silas. Silas was the one that did the hokey pokey, if I remember right.
Yep.
Right.
But did you want to stay here? You're part of the engineering team, so putting the greenhouse.
I'll
together.
stick around with the greenhouse stuff.
Yep.
Because that'll take my mind off of the callous disregard for our religious beliefs.
Yeah, this has been a bit of that kind of an episode, hasn't it? Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring. I'm going to have you guys kind of doing stuff up here, building up stuff. Did you guys want to report in or anything, or request additional help? Because right now it's 3 people putting up a giant greenhouse.
Yeah, let's check in.
Okay, who are you checking in with?
I guess the first officer.
Okay. Go for a person's name who I don't remember.
I don't remember it either. Commander.
Yes.
This is Lieutenant Higby. We are back on site at the fields. We're putting together these greenhouses. If you have any extra engineers, we'd appreciate a hand. It's a lot of work for the 3 of us.
Yeah. What's happening with the rest of the team?
They are headed back your way. They've got some sciencey stuff that they're going to be working on, and maybe a little bit of first aid training. I don't know exactly how fast that's going to happen.
Okay. And aside from that, have you guys found any other artifacts in those caves or anything that would suggest what the Cardassians were doing here?
The only thing we found in the cave was a gloopy pile of gross goo. And
okay.
And it's coming to you now, live.
Are you sending sending whatever it is?
Yeah.
Or it's coming to you with okay.
Yeah, it's with Ragathor, so it's live from the pocket of your science officer.
Okay, good. I'll look forward to it. And also there could be more Cardassians out there, so are you guys going to be okay if these people had friends?
Well, we lost our security officer. Starfleet lost a security officer.
Yeah, I thought Ensign Kors should be able to act as security officer up there, shouldn't he?
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Okay, she catches up on her pad. He goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen 4 transfers already. Okay, I see what's happening. I'll send a couple of security detail up there with Lieutenant Bejor.
Appreciate that,
and
sir.
Hopefully, I wish you well, but I will say that night is coming on. The 24 hours of night is going to be coming on fairly soon. So do what you can, and then I want you to come on back. I'd rather have the teams all here.
Understood.
Okay. And I guess what we'll do is bring Gothor into things. I don't want to leave you just off somewhere. We will keep you moving on things, if that's okay. I didn't want you
Yep.
And you're in the lab. We don't want. I'm not going to leave you on the job site without something to do. Okay, so Gothor, and it sounds like you got Vorten. I'm assuming Xander's going to do something. So it's just basically the lieutenant and the ensign day. And you guys will come back to the landing pads, I assume. Where are you guys going to go?
I guess do the shuttles have like some kind of sciencey place that I can analyze more fully this sample, or do we have to get it back to the ship?
No, you have some basic medical stuff, basic medical and engineering stuff there. Yeah, Starfleet shuttle
Okay.
should just be fine. It won't be able to assist very much,
Right.
but it will let you perform the task.
Okay.
So you're going to go park it in the shuttle.
Yeah,
Silas
I'm
is going to go somewhere else. And
I'm
what
gonna-
I want to do is rejoin you guys. Oh my God, there's a mess here. Yeah, these guys shouldn't be here. Nels and Azara, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have you guys join up with Ragathor at this point outside of the ship. You guys meet up. I don't know if you want to say or do anything. Nope. All right.
Hey,
I guess not. Okay.
Ragathor is just going to say, hi, we finished up at the cave. You guys were probably lucky you took off a little before us. I think we got an HR report coming in from Vortan.
What's he on about now?
Apparently Silas said something. There's an old Earth dance that apparently is not received very well by Tellarites, and then he caught a whiff of over-fermented Canar and assumed we were having a party and he wasn't invited, which also offends Tellarites. So yeah, we're kind of on the outs with our Tellarite crewmen.
I'm going to have to take a refresher course. Is that everything that pisses off Tellarites? Or is the list more extensive?
Well, when I was talking to my grandfather, he said everything made them mad. He said of all the Federation members, they were the most difficult to get down and sit at the table without an argument. And in fact, they seemed to feed on the argument, almost like they wanted to argue.
Yeah, I've heard about their interest in arguing everything, even stuff they agree on.
Yeah, so we should probably take that course, but I think it's going to be like a 3-week. Whenever we're on a long mission where it takes 3 weeks at Warp 8 to get there, that'll probably just about cover the list.
There you go.
Okay. So as you're working through things, are you walking to the shuttle? Because you're just moving to the shuttle, right?
Yeah, I'm going to tell them. I'm going to say, so I got a sample of that goo, and I'm going to put it in a centrifuge and do some other things that the tricorder can't do on its own. See
Okay.
what we've got here.
Yeah. I mean, would you be in a way to say, hey, I got to show you this? I'm kind of trying to group you guys for a minute. I'm trying to herd players, which is always the worst thing. But
What do you got
what do
there?
you got there? Yeah, thank you.
Right.
Thanks for doing that.
Well, I took a couple of samples of the goo, and I hold up whatever sample bottles I put it in, and I said, so I'm going to keep one without doing anything to it as a control, and then this other one I'm going to break up and do some different nifty tests. So, if you want to come and see, I mean, it's cool. It's science. Anything science is cool, right?
I'm taking a break from psychic BS, so as long as you don't have any psychic BS, I'm good.
Okay.
No, I don't have any psychic BF. Although I have heard that life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me.
The lengths I will go to.
I'm
Let's
really
see.
putting this on Talos for the next Licks line.
So, let me guess, life will find a way.
I don't know if that was even in it. Okay. Yeah, sure. Dinosaurs are going to come out.
Oh no, I've said too much.
Yeah.
I haven't said enough.
All I'm saying is my plot is working fucking 100% with these songs. This is giving you everything you fucking need. As you do this, as you're going in and discussing, regrets or ideas, you there's a incoming transmission, and it's going out in a general spectrum. It's under what's called the you recognize it as the Cardassian emergency broadcast system, but it's just generally we're dicks, and this is the only, we will just flood the spectrum with most of their transmissions that they want to be heard.
CNN, the Cardassian News Network.
Oh, even better. Yes. You see this come up? And it is literally attention Bajoran workers and the subjects of the Cardassian Empire, the Cardassian Union. He comes. Let me see if I can get a voice here. Okay, I got a pretty good voice. I'll do this one maybe. An attempt has been made on my life. The 3 terrorists who attempted to disrupt operations on Tarak Nor have been captured and found guilty and have been executed. Also, the villages of the 3 terrorists are now being destroyed by the justice of the Cardassian Union and its brave and heroic soldiers. I have approached you all with it. We have been open and tried to uplift you, and we have only been betrayed, or we've only meant incivility and ingratitude in return. The time of mercy is over. And then he just goes off. The 3 colonies, I'll just put in the, I'm going to put in the, I'm going to type up here. Borator, Favig, and I'm going to go the one you were at.
Well, that would have been my next question.
Yeah.
Was one of those where we're standing?
Those where we're used to. No, these are provinces on the surface of Bejor. So these are specifically Bajoran villages that have just been are purported to have been utterly wiped out.
All right, looks like I have to go back to the religious leader and apologize for thinking he was more full of shit than Gul Dukat.
You and me both.
Okay. And we can call it there unless you want to do something, because we have 3 Cardassians in a hold that nobody knows about yet.
I thought we'd drop them off with the first officer.
Yeah, we gave them the first officer. They're in a cargo hold of the ship. They're here with Jerry and the crew of the cargo ship, right? So they're there. As far as you know, that's what last place they left them. And that's the kind of, and it's not, the gut punch that this is. I don't know if any of your characters interacted in the previous mission where they lost 2 crewmen. So two people died on the last mission that was directly to Bejor, and that village is now destroyed. So Brator's going to be a little bit tough to deal with at this point, because he's one of the people that was left from that mission. but yeah, you have that's where we're at. I don't know. Did you want to go back to the old man?
I'll decide later if that was an empty threat.
What was? Sorry.
Going back to the religious guy and
Telling him. Well, Zara, did you want to
apologizing
go
to him because at this point he's less full of crap than
then Galdecott.
everything this Cardassian just said.
I gotcha. Okay, yep. So he's announced mass murder, and here's the thing: everybody needs to do a highs or lows for me,
Okay.
or evens and odds, I should say. And we're gonna do 5d20. And what I'm gonna do is Destiny, evens or odds.
Evens.
Okay, Jim, evens or odds.
Odds.
E-I-E-I-O. Steve, evens or odds?
Evens.
Okay. Cam, evens or odds?
Evens, just to break the cycle.
Yeah. So, yo-y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw the dice, and then we're going to go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what will happen is the more matches you get, the fewer Bajorans have overheard this. Because I don't think they're sitting around with ham radios. Okay. Okay. Evens. Nope. Odds. Nope. Evens. Nope. Odds. Yes. Or evens. Yes. So Cameron's decision to break with tradition. So basically, 3 of every 4 Bajorans will have heard this message within the next hour. And there may be some consequences, or it may or may not mean anything to them, because, people being murdered just outright might be a thing. There'll probably be a communique from the ship, but that's for another time. So I want to say to everybody, thanks for playing. I know we kind of ended this on a downer, but I think we ended it on a good dramatic note of, yeah. So thanks all you Architects of Fate for tuning in. I really appreciate your time and effort. And we have got quite a number of things that just aren't happening this week. Unfortunately, it looks like everybody's time got kind of chewed up. We of course, Thursday is to be announced. So if you want to hit the Discord, if you want to join the Discord and keep an eye out for that, we have a weekly schedule that gets posted up there for everybody. Friday we do have Cookie Base. We have Cookie Trek Starbase Tallahassee for a brand new short form Star Trek story for anyone who wants to just join in and have a little more lighthearted fun than walking into an occupation. And that's where that is. What I want to do is go around the table and ask, what do we want to do next time?
You kind of cut out for a little bit there.
What do you want to do next time then? Next time,
Okay.
What do you want or not want to happen? What do you do or not want to pursue?
I think Azara is probably going to ask for that promotion to ship counselor, because now is probably a really good time to have a ship counselor.
Okay. I like the idea that you may just read some field manuals and say, well, I think I got this, because it works for for being a lawyer. So you want to shift,
How hard can it be?
How hard can it be? Really? You just tell people,
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? Okay. Jim, what are you thinking for the next?
I'm worried that there's going to be some kind of crazy reaction to this news from Galdecott from this colony. Might have to do some peacekeeping, especially if anyone knows that there's a couple of Bejorans in that little ship.
Yeah, if somebody knows that there's Cardassians, I mean, that too. Steve, what would you like to? What are your hopes, fears, or abusive things to?
Yeah, with that whole announcement, I guess what Jim was concerned with was the Bajorans jumping the lines and murdering the Cardassians. I'm concerned that the Cardassians might just decide to find any place that has Bajorans and burn it down, including here. So I'm looking at external threats.
Okay, so they could.
And
sorry.
could Cardassians have undergone? Well, Cardassians undergoing cosmetic surgery to look like Bajorans.
Oh God.
And of course, there are. I'm sure there are a couple of Bajorans on the payroll, as it were. So that's all kinds of interesting crap to look for.
Okay, so you're basically gonna go into full
Paranoid mode.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I mean, these are all logical things. I didn't want to put that tag on you. Yeah, again, I've decided
They're in the walls!
all of the players in my games must come out with crippling psychological problems. You're welcome. DM's personal problems thinly disguised episode. Yeah. Sorry, what?
Is there a DSM-5 for Bajorans?
What is it?
DSM-5, the Diagnostic and Statistic Manual.
I'm willing to bet you can download one into a tricorder.
The basically the book of all mental illnesses.
Well,
for Bajorans.
I mean, Talos is going to have opinions on what is and isn't a mental illness that may disagree with the DSM-5. But yeah, I think he's looking around. So basically, as far as I can tell, you were looking around for phaser rifles, and I believe the ships were staffed with or were equipped with the fixins for more aggressive defense emplacements. That you didn't just bring tents. You brought some stuff that would be solid.
First order of business. Make sure that we know where the phaser rifles are and that we have them under lock and key.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And Cam, you were doing science, which is also Starfleet shit.
Yeah. Well, I want to really analyze the heck out of this goo, and see if there is some connection to Canar.
Okay.
And but hearing that news and coming from a political background, I'm also concerned about what Lemuel is concerned with, that the colonists might try to do a torches and pitchforks on those Cardassians and leave us as Starfleet personnel in a very awkward position of, do you defend the Cardassians from an angry mob with the potential of then spreading negative propaganda about the Federation with the Bajorans?
Yep.
Like, do we stop them, or do we just let it play out? Because we've kind of been ordered by Starfleet to let things sort of play out, and we're just doing humanitarian stuff. So I don't know if projecting Cardassians is humanitarian or not.
It's a good question. Luckily, you have a CO nearby.
Yep.
You have a first officer available to help with that. And yeah, so you'd have more than just you guys as a group. So you do have a first officer available, who can maybe make a decision that you may or may not like. So yeah, there's always that. So yeah, these are all good ideas. I'm I'm looking for the quick move to counselor. Destiny, is there any other thing you might want to have happen that because I mean I get that you want to take a learning annex course. And we can just swap out your outfit for a different shade of blue. But did you have any other things that you may be interested in addressing or not? And if you don't, that's good. That's cool.
I don't really have anything else right now. I think I kind of want to see how this plays out, but I want to be more on that less religious, more humanitarian side.
Okay. Yep. Well, no worries. Sorry.
Psychology and the healing power of chocolate.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think. Oh God, you're going to be the character that's obsessed with a thing. It's going to be like the quest for pudding or some damn thing. You just want to break ground before Counselor Troy does. Yeah. No. Yeah. Actually, yeah. She is a Beta Z, so you could theoretically have read about what she did and went, "That's a whole lot easier if I can just read people's minds." I mean, she's useless, so you could be a useful counselor. Anyway, folks, if we're gonna look at these. We're gonna look at these in a couple of weeks. Hopefully Monday we'll be back with the Back in Business, the Ferengi game that's been on pause for quite a bit. And well, I just wanted to say bye, everybody. So everybody, we're gonna stop streaming. So make a goofy face.